President Akufo-Addo has described as most difficult the decision to disrupt the lives of Ghanaians. Yahweh explains it was one he had to take. A raft of measures had been introduced in the last month as part of efforts to control the spread of COVID-19 in Ghana. These include the closure of borders, banning social gatherings, including schools and churches, culminating in the restriction of movements. Addressing the leadership of the Muslim faith at Jubilee House, the President, however, explained protection of the Ghanaian was the overriding consideration.
You can imagine the decisions that we had to take to disrupt the lives of our people were very, very difficult decisions for us to take. When you're put in a position of leadership and you have a situation, you're confronted with the situation, you have a choice. Either to fall back and look up and say, oh God, what can I do? Or you stand up like a man and try and act to protect the people who have been put in your care. And I chose the latter, that I would do what I thought was right to protect the people of Ghana. Very difficult. So that, for instance, today, we're on the eve of Ramadan, and mosques are not operating. It's the first time that I can remember in my lifetime when Ramadan is going to be celebrated without mosques being open. These are very, very, very unusual times, and it has required these very difficult decisions. But one of the things that has fortified me is the support that I've received both from the people of Ghana and especially by the religious leaders of our country, both Christian and Muslim. And I brought you here today, first of all, to thank you very much for your understanding and for the support that you have given me and my government over these difficult decisions that we had to take. It cannot be easy for you to preside over the Muslim Jama'ah and to be able to say government says no mosque and you have to say yes, we agree. That cannot be an easy matter for you, but you have done it. And I want to record my appreciation for this leadership on your part.
The President, however, adds the country must unite in adherence to the protocols if the virus is to be defeated.
I'm very, very confident that if we all stand together, all the peoples of Ghana, wherever we are, wherever we come from, whatever our political affiliations, whatever our religious convictions, that we stand together as one people, we will be able to defeat this virus. That is my strong conviction. And I know that God is with us. So, they say God helps those who help themselves. So we now have to help ourselves and devise the proper policies, take the correct measures that would enable us to go forward. There are some things that have been done in this period that are very encouraging. Ghanaian businessmen have proved to be very enterprising. In response to the request from government, now a lot of our needs for protective equipment for our health workers are being produced here in Ghana. We've been used to importing everything that we need in our country. Today, the Ghanaian businesses that are producing these things in significant quantities. I believe yesterday I had a figure of some over 700,000 nose masks that have been produced recently in these last few days. The sanitizers are now being produced by our own people, our own pharmaceutical companies. Even in, various religious organizations are also producing their own and teaching institutions. But we're discovering that there's a lot of enterprise and innovation within us that we need to nurture. Ghanaian scientists are on the forefront of trying to find solutions to how this virus actually works in Africa. At the University of Ghana, they've been looking at the genomic consideration of the of the virus and its mutations and how the African species works. We want to get to a position whereby we can produce an African vaccine which is specifically adapted to our conditions.
Well, beginning Thursday, Muslims across the globe will begin the annual holy month of Ramadan fasting and prayers. But for the first time, the most sacred period on the Muslim calendar will be done without the usual congregation in mosque to pray. At the meeting with the President, the National Chief Imam Sheikh or Dr. Osman Nuhu Shaributu requested government provide him with tools to enable him undertake virtual broadcasts to the faith on a daily basis. Sheikh Aramea speaks for him.
The request that we might make in the event that we have to continue this way, and it is also strategic to calm down the hearts of many of the Muslims who might miss some of the things that they would have wanted to do, and to let them also feel that at least, Your Excellency, you are also behind and you also care, is for us to have a live broadcast of our call to prayer during the time of the breaking of the fast. When Muslims in the country hear this, that as we break the fast, they hear the sound of the caller to prayer. Probably it can give them some satisfaction. Just finishing that, the voiceover comes, you may now break your fast. If it is also possible, that's only if it is possible, Muslims will miss the exegesis of the Quran this year if it continues the way. But one of the things we thought strategically would be helpful is to have the Chief Imam's Tafsir live broadcast from 12 o'clock to 1 each day of the Ramadan. I think it will be something of joy to many of the Muslims. It will make them also feel that what they missed, they would have missed.